So we've got to the last round of the back part of our hood, and now we need to make the foundation double crochet stitches that join up these two parts here so that we can start working the front part of the hood. So we're on the last granny stitch group of the round, and we're just going to slip stitch into the back loop of the next 3 stitches to finish our round. And normally we would just double crochet straight into the 2 chain space, but because we're going to be working foundation double crochet stitches, we're going to do this slightly differently. So I'm just going to zoom you in. Oops. Okay, so take your hook and go under the top 2 loops of the first chain. You've got 2 chain here, 1, 2. Go under the top 2 loops of the first chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 2. That's your first foundation double crochet stitch. And then if you tilt your work slightly, you'll see you've got a V there. That's where you're going to put your hook under that V to create the second stitch, and then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over and pull through 2. To create your next stitch, just tilt it so you can see that V on the top, your hook under the V, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, sorry, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so you've made 3 stitches. I would count them on the bottom, 1, 2, 3. You can see you've got V's on the bottom and V's on the top. I always count the ones on the bottom, 1, 2, 3. So tilt, hook under that V, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and then just continue doing that until you've got the correct amount of stitches as given in the pattern. Okay, so when you get to the end, you're going to attach to the other side. You're going to attach to this side. I'm just going to zoom you back in. Okay, so what you're going to do is, if I just turn my work slightly, so you've got your foundation double crochet chain in front of you. You're now going to turn, so you're not going to work in that side, you're going to turn so that the right side of the hood is facing you and you have the foundation double crochet on top. You've got your 2 chain there, you're going to go, that's the first chain, that's the second chain, you're going to go into this second chain here, so it's the one on the right, okay, and you're going to yarn over and pull through so that you've got the foundation chain on top of your work and you can continue working right side facing up. So I'm just going to do that again. So your hood's like that. Take this side and fold it towards you so the right side is facing you. There's 2 chains there. It's the one on the right, as if it's facing you. So put your put your hook under the 2 strands at the top, yarn over, now you can yarn over either way, it doesn't really matter, and pull through so that you've slip stitched it to that side. Okay, now you're ready to start your first row where you're going to work around the front of the hood. So what you're going to do is you are just going to take your hook and go into the 2 chain space, yarn over, pull through. You're going to do this quite loosely, yarn over and pull through 2 to make a double crochet, and then chain 2. This counts as your first UK treble, US double. You're going to make 1 more treble into that space, so yarn over, go into the space again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So what you've done is created a 2 treble group in that space. Now you're going to work 3 treble groups all the way along your foundation double crochet chain. So you're going to yarn over, miss the first stitch. Now just make sure this isn't twisted. Just make sure it's flat and you haven't got it like twisted, so you're going to get a twist in it at the other end. Okay, make sure it's nice and flat and miss the first stitch. So remember, we're counting the V's on the bottom, and go into the second one, okay, to work your 3 treble groups. So go under the, or just sort of above the bottom 2 loops. You've got the 2 loops there. Go in there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So you've missed 1 stitch, you're going into the 2nd stitch. Make 2 more trebles in that same stitch. Oops. Okay, so you've got a 2 treble group and a 3 treble group, and then miss 2 treble, 3 treble, miss 2 treble, 3 treble to the other end. So you've now worked your 7 3 treble groups across your foundation double crochet chain. I'm just going to zoom you in again. So now you're going to work a 2 treble group into the 2 chain space. So you've got your last 3 treble group, you've missed the last stitch, and you're going to work a 2 treble group into there. And these 2 treble groups are going to be used for the decreases in the front rows. Okay, so 2 treble group in there, and then it's just 3 treble groups all the way around to back to the 2 treble group, and I'll show you what to do there. So I've got to the end of my round, I've worked my last 3 treble group, and I need to join up with my groups across the front. So this is my 2 treble group. I'm going to zoom you in again. So what you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch in the back loop only across this one and this one. So across the top 2, so that's actually a chain from where you did your 1 double crochet, 2 chain to count as your first 3 trebles. So that's a chain, and that is the top of your next treble. So you're going to slip stitch back loop only across those 2. So just go into the back loop, yarn over, pull through, into the back loop, yarn over and pull through. Okay, and then we are going to work a 2 treble group in the center of this 2 treble group. So you're going to go right into the center, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and then chain 2, and that counts as your first treble. By doing the slip stitches into the back loop only, it hides the slip stitches a little bit, and by going through both of them, it means that you're kind of right in the center of your 2 treble group. So now you're going to work 1 more treble in the center of that 2 treble group, and you've started your next round. You're going to miss this space, and you're going to work a treble into that space. Make sure that you get it really tight. So that's 1 treble. You're going to work a 3 treble group into that space. So work 2 more, and that's what you'll have. So you've worked a 2 treble into the center of the 2 treble, you've missed that space, and you've worked a 3 treble into that space there. So carry on working 3 trebles, but you're going to work your last one into here, and you're going to miss this space and work a 2 treble in the center of the 2 treble here. So I'll show you that. So at the end, work 3 trebles in there, miss the space between the 2 treble group and the last 3 treble groups. So miss this space and just work 2 trebles right into the center of that 2 treble group. So there's your 2 treble stitches. You're going into the center, so yarn over into the center, and you need to work this quite tight so there's not a big gap like that. Okay, so we're essentially sort of decreasing at an angle. So you miss that space, you miss the next space, and you're going to work a 3 treble into the next space. So miss that space and a 3 treble into there. Make sure you hold it quite tight so you don't have a big gap. I'm about to run out of yarn. I'm just going to zoom that out so you can see what we've done. Let's take my hook out. So all of your corners will look like this. They'll have a 2 treble in the center of a 2 treble. You'll miss the space either side. So in the next row you have 3 treble, 3 treble. You'll miss that space and work a 2 treble in there, and that will shape and decrease around the front edge.